when you're coming, please do not come alone. It's really challenging if you have a child with additional needs and you go to a strange land alone. Like I said, using UK as a case study. You're not, when your child is young, you're not allowed to keep the child alone at home. So that means that until you find a school for the child, you really cannot take any job that allows you to go every day, or should I say at every point in time, because you have to be with the child. And then if you say you want to find a childminder, childcare is really expensive in the UK. So let's assume you find a job. You can be sure that that job that you're doing, you're probably going to be using that money for childcare. So and then some childcare places might not have enough resources to be able to take care of your child. So some of them will tell you they do not have enough staff to do that. Unlike, when you're in Nigeria, you come and then maybe people will empathize with you and take your child, even if they do not have the capacity. But we have our way around these things in Nigeria. But in other countries, no, they're not. They'll tell you what the ratio to the child is, and they do not have they don't have enough capacity to do that. So that means you're going to be stuck at home with that child until until you get a school to take that child in. So I always advise, please do not come alone. Come, if you're married, plan the relocation together with your spouse. Don't really alone. It's suicidal. It's mentally draining, especially if you're coming from Nigeria, where you've had a lot of support. You've probably had a maid, or you had a driver. You had people that could always help with your child, and you're coming to a place where all that suddenly disappears. It's like you're not mentally prepared for it. It can be demoralizing. So I would ask that please come with your spouse. Or if you have older children, when I say older children, I mean, let's assume the age gap between the older ones and the child with additional needs is a lot. An example, you have an 18-year-old child and you have a child that has additional needs that is like 6, 7. So the 18-year-old child can help. Yes, that can also work, but it's still not the same, because there's a limit to how you can put, I don't want to use the word burden now, how you can put responsibility on that child, because he or she too has his own life to live. So you need to consider that. So I wouldn't advise, please do not come alone. Make sure you come with your spouse.